Hello everyone, I'm Manga Kid here to do a first impressions video of Kiss Me at the Stroke of Midnight by Rin Mikimoto. This is a Kodansha release in their larger form factor size. It's the same size as like a Viz signature. Um, and I guess I'll start with my first complaint about it is that it is that size. I think that this is a series that very well could be a regular sized volume of manga, but for whatever reason, Kodansha's releasing it in a larger form factor, which means it costs significantly more. Um, I I think that the only reason you should release something in this size is if the art is fantastic and you want to see it larger. And I'm kind of getting annoyed with all of these series that are like that don't have amazing art, have no real reason to be released in this size, are getting released in this size just for the sake of probably they can charge more and therefore make more money off of them if they make them this size. I don't care for it. I'd prefer to just be a regular size volume of manga for something like this. But um, other than that, that's pretty much my only complaint with like the actual release of it. There are color pages at the beginning of both volumes, I believe. Um, this is a romance. It's a shoujo, obviously. You can probably tell from the covers. Um, but I really wanted to talk about it because I thoroughly enjoyed this. I've only read these two volumes. Volume 3 is out, and I believe Volume 4 is coming out very soon if it's not out already. Um, I can't wait to read the next one. I'm waiting for the price to go down a bit, but this was hysterically funny. And I don't even really like, you can see the funny faces on the back here. This series is one of those series that tends to like chibify the main character during like comedic situations. I'm not a fan of that, but for some reason, this series, it works so well. It is so funny. I laughed hysterically through both of these volumes. And I read them both in one sitting. Like, I couldn't stop laughing, and I just want to read more. This is a series about this high school girl here. I don't remember what age she is. She's maybe 16. I don't know. And she is very poised and smart and pretty, and everyone thinks she's this great role model, whatever, but secretly all she longs for is to have a pretty boyfriend and fall in love with a princely guy. She's just obsessed with like a fairy tale romance. And in comes this guy who is one of the most famous um, like idol actor guys in Japan at the moment. He's like 24, so there is an age gap if that bothers you. But he's like 24. He's super famous, and he's shooting a movie at her school, and she ends up meeting him, and he kind of finds out her dorky romantic side, and she finds out that he is obsessed with butts. So he loves butts, and he's supposed to be this stoic, pretty guy who's super famous and popular, but he's actually just obsessed with butts in a really dorky way. And so it's these two kind of coming together and, you know, finding happiness in the fact that they are both kind of living secret lives or whatever, but now they're doing it together. Yeah, it's kind of like Horimiya if you've read that. It's quite similar. Both series make me laugh so much, and both have these kind of like secret personalities. The art in Horimiya I like better, honestly. It's really nice in some places. Like, he's really pretty there, and then there will be times when like the faces, she looks really good there. There will be times when the faces just look really strange all of a sudden. Um, and I think that hopefully with time, this artist will just kind of get better and you know, the art will improve. Um, but it doesn't bother me though. This series is so funny, character driven, that like the art is it's good enough for what it is. Like, I don't expect it to be absolutely stunning and amazing. It'd be nice if it was, but it's good enough for what this series is. And I just enjoyed every second of this. I was laughing so hard. Um, this guy is just ridiculous. He's so funny. And I don't know why I find it so funny. It's just this kind of like physical humor of like the way that he positions his body sometimes and his weird punchlines to certain jokes, and like, I don't know, I just find it really, really funny. I also like how this relationship is progressing, um, because like she's a high school student and he is 24. So, I don't know if this is going to go down a route of like it's going to have an explicit content warning. I doubt it. But like it's not progressing at a snail pace of like Kimi ni Todoke, for example, where you're going like volume after volume waiting for them to even have any sort of physical contact. Um, it's not like that, at least. So it's kind of refreshing that it's moving at a realistic pace. Um, yeah, anyway, if you're looking for a funny romance story, I highly, highly recommend picking up Kiss Me at the Stroke of Midnight. I'm just really enjoying it so far. Yeah, if you've read this or are planning on reading it, you have any thoughts, comments, or anything, leave them down below. I'd love to talk about it because this was so good. I can't wait to read more of it. Thanks for watching.